What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Patrick Kiera, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to thrift online. And we're not talking about just regular items, we're talking about luxury and desirable items. I'm going to be showing you guys how I thrift and just giving you some tips on how you can make your experience a little bit easier when thrifting online. Before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So let's go. So before we get into how to thrift, I'm going to be telling you guys where to thrift from. All the stores that I mentioned are stores that I have purchased from or that I have been recommended to purchase from, and they all have great reviews. Those stores include Depop, Poshmark, Etsy, eBay, The RealReal, Vestiaire Collective, Grailed. So if you guys are interested, I will make sure to leave all of those below in the comment section so that you can go ahead and get your thrifting on, okay? And I'm sure there are a lot more, so if you guys do know of other places where you can find really good secondhand finds or just luxury items for the low, then make sure to comment down below. So the first step when it comes to thrifting online or just buying secondhand is that you need to know what you're looking for. Do not go on these websites without knowing what you're looking for, because I promise you, you will get overwhelmed. If you go on, there's millions of sellers on all of these websites, so it's going to be very hard to limit your search and find items that you really desire. So I suggest signing up and making an account and looking for items that you desire or that kind of have your taste, and either following the sellers or liking those items so that you are recommended by those search engines more items that are relatable to the items that you're purchasing. So that is the first step when you're online secondhand shopping / thrifting. So the second thing that I want to tell you guys is that you have to know that when you're online shopping, you're taking a risk, especially when it comes to luxury items and items that are more desirable, because there are a lot of bootleg items and there are a lot of fakes. So you have to prepare yourself for that risk, and the way to avoid that risk is to ask questions. So you want to make sure that the seller is providing enough photos that will guarantee that the item is authentic. So for instance, if you're shopping and you're looking for something that's Gucci, you want to make sure that all of the codes are there, all of the labels are there, that they're the correct zippers. Just you want to make sure that everything is correct before you purchase your items, so that you kind of have more ease when purchasing items. You also want to make sure you ask the seller if there are any rips, stains, discoloration, because sometimes in photos you won't be able to see that as well, especially if they put like an edit on it. So you want the seller to be super specific, and make sure that you just ask questions, because it's super important when you're purchasing items that are luxury and that aren't that expensive, but they're still pretty expensive for your paycheck, or at least for mine, I know. And the way to avoid buying a fake or a bootleg item is to make sure that you do your research. You should do ample research before purchasing an item, especially if you're paying a lot of money for it. You want to make sure that what you get is the real thing. So for instance, if you want to find a Prada bag, you want to make sure that the zippers are Lampo zippers. You want to make sure that the R has the slight curve. Designers just have certain things that authenticate an item. So make sure that you just Google and you research, because it's super important to making sure that you don't get ripped off when purchasing online. If you do receive an item and it is not as it's described and it's not authentic, it's not as pictured, then you do normally have buyer's protection through these websites that you are purchasing from. You just have to make sure that you purchase through the website and you don't give the seller money through Cash App or Venmo, and normally it's really shady if you're doing that anyways. So make sure that you just purchase on the website so that you are guaranteed buyer's protection. That way you can get your money back if the item is not as it was pictured. So once you have all that covered, then you can purchase at ease. You can purchase whatever items you want at ease, and when you receive your items, you know, just make sure you style it up and you be real fly, and then you're good to go. Yeah, that is everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It's not a super long video, super short, but I did want to tell you guys how I thrift and buy luxury items online, because There's so many items that you can find for the low online. You just have to do your research and be super patient, but it's all about doing that research at the end of the day. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. So peace.